Hi scientists! My name is Sanika, I'm 16 years old, and I love science. I also like sharing my love for science, and so today I'm going to show you how to build a paddle boat, and while doing so, we're going to learn about the engineering behind it. So first, let's build our paddle boat. Here's what you'll need. You'll need one shallow container, 3 rubber bands, 2 pencils, and some piece of cardboard, thick paper, but here I have a folder because plastic works a little bit better. So the first step is using one rubber band. You want to connect your 2 pencils on either side of your container. It should look something like this. The next step is to take your 2 remaining rubber bands and place them on both sides of the boat. It should look something like this. Now the reason we have placed 2 rubber bands on both sides is because we want to balance the boat. Next, take your piece of cardboard or folder or whatever you have and cut it into 2 small pieces. I've cut them into squares, but if you want to be fancy, you can go a little bit over the top, make them any shape you want. But it should be able to fit in between the 2 spaces. Next, take your 2 pieces and cut a slit into the middle of it. Do not go all the way through. Only cut where the black line should be. So the cut should look like this. Then, put the 2 pieces together by joining in the slits. Like so. Next, I'm going to use a little bit of duct tape to reinforce the edges here and make sure they won't fall apart like so. So mine looks like this. Now, because of the duct tape, the rotating boards are now more sturdier. Now, our next step is to test our boat. So what you're going to do is you're going to put your rotating paddle onto one side of it, and then you're going to wind it up. And then when you place it into the water, without releasing it, you place it into the water, and then finally you release it, and the unwinding of the rubber band should allow the paddle boat to move. Congrats, you have just built a paddle boat. Now, I hope yours worked a little better than mine did, but if it didn't, that's completely fine. This design is a little bit more complicated than the past activities we have done, but now I'm going to challenge you to maybe improve this design and make your paddle boat work the best it can be. But now, let's find out the science behind this paddle boat. So, in real paddle boats, the spinning drum of the paddle boards act as oars, pushing against the water as it rotates. 200 years ago, in the 19th century, paddle boats were commonly used as a unique form of transportation. A steam engine was used to drive the paddle wheel, and so they were called steamboats. However, in this experiment, the paddles were driven by the unwinding rubber band. So the kinetic energy, or energy of motion, from your hand that was used to manually wind up the rubber band got converted into potential energy, or stored energy. Then, when you let go, the potential energy was then converted into kinetic energy of the band as it unwinded and moved the paddle boat as a result. I hope you enjoyed today's activity. Please join me next time to learn how to make more fun activities while also learning how science is applied everywhere around you. Bye!